What's going on, everybody? This is Clint with the Die Hard MMA podcast. This podcast was filmed exclusively for odds.com. Be sure to click the link below. Check it out. We've got everything that you need over there. We've got you covered for every sport. Thank you so much for the support and good luck on all your action this week. Welterweight fight coming up next. A really exciting one. Belal, remember the name Muhammad, 17-3, taking on Dhiego Lima, who is 17-7. And this one is just the big chalky favorite here on the card. We've got Belal Muhammad, who is sitting right around, where'd he go? Minus 345. He's as high as 380 in some places, plus 285, plus 255, the comeback on Dhiego Lima. Man, this is one of those spots where I feel like the line is just a little bit wide. If I was one of those people that was simply sniping the best line possible, I would probably say it's dog or pass, but I really think that Belal is the favorite here for a reason, and I absolutely think that he is winning this fight. He's one of the most well-rounded fighters on the roster. He's elusive. He has great footwork, great head movement, sharp hands, excellent wrestling, and high fight IQ. And that's one of the things we always got to look out for, is that high fight IQ. It's something we need as sports bettors to know you've got a fighter that will make good, intelligent decisions inside the cage. And that's definitely something that Belal does for me. He is a bet on, in my opinion. Dhiego Lima, it almost seems like he's getting prematurely old at this point. Now, I know that sounds weird. He's on a 3-fight win streak, but he was on a 3-fight skid just prior to that 3-fight win streak. And 2 of those 3 fights came by split decision, Matt. He is hanging on by the skin of his teeth right now with these wins, and very easily could have been booted from the UFC already if he had dropped one of those split decisions. And in his last fight against Luke Jumo, who I believe is a miles lower competition than Belal Muhammad, he had to wrestle. He's the counter striker. He's the guy that's supposed to fight at range and hurt people. And he was the one who had to suddenly go for the takedowns because he got hurt bad in that fight. He's going to have a reach advantage, but I think Belal is just going to be too much for him. And here in this small cage, I fully expect Belal to get him to the ground and either grind him out or choke him out.
Yeah, I'm with you. Minus 350 will keep me off from betting Muhammad in this fight, but I don't want anything to do with Dhiego Lima. I actually expected Muhammad to come out a big favorite. When I was making numbers prior, I had made this fight minus 400. So at minus 340, maybe there's some pennies of value on Belal for me. I mean, his level of competition is just light years above. 7-2 in his last 9. The only 2 losses to big power punchers and Jeff Neal and Vicente Luque, and guys that can land volume of big shots. I don't think that'll be the case here for Dhiego Lima. And look at the wins: Randy Brown, Jordan Mean, Tim Means, Curtis Millender. This guy's taken Lyman Good. He's taken these pretty good strikers, pretty good wrestlers, and just schooled them. I mean, everyone expected him to have to wrestle Lyman Good, but he chopped him up on his feet last fight. His boxing's got a lot better working at Rufus Sport, where he gets to train over there with Anthony Pettis and some guys that really know how to strike. Muhammad's striking's getting better. The only reason this isn't going to be a bet for me, and I would bet the favorite here, and I don't bet a lot of favorites. To me, it's either favorite or pass, and the only reason I'm hesitant is when you fight to as many decisions as Belal Muhammad does, we see some crazy judging decisions in MMA sometimes. Just some mind-blowing decisions. And that's okay if you're on the dog or something and it's a crazy decision either way. If you're laying minus 340, minus 350, you don't want to see those. That can be devastating in a fight where you think you clearly won and then some crazy judging comes. So for me, just because Muhammad goes to decision so much, I may pass, but I might just play Belal by decision.
That's not necessarily a bad way to look at it, not a bad way to bring the price down. I think Belal is a parlay piece to me. You know, if you're looking for a leg to tie to somebody, he's probably the most confident play on the card for me. I'm not sure if or how I'm going to bet him because of the way the line is set. You know, it sounds like he's a guy that I'm going to absolutely smash, right? But I don't know if I'll be able to find a path to actually getting money down on him. If you want to parlay him, he's, I think, the piece that you want to use. The way that I was kind of looking at it is maybe even Belal inside the distance. I know he's a grinder. I know he is a decision machine. But you've got Lima, who's been knocked out 4 times. He's been submitted once. And like I said, he's been surviving against Chad Laprise, Court McGee, and Luke Jumo. Now he's taken on Belal, who is another one of these guys who's knocking on the door of a title. And we're in the Apex, small cage. Belal should have no problem getting to this guy and getting his hands on him. So I feel like if this does play in Belal's space, that neck is going to be there. That ground and pound option is going to be there. So I might take a flyer on Belal inside the distance if that is an option. It looks like he is. Belal by decision is about minus 140. Those of you who are looking to go that route. Belal inside the distance is about plus 260. So I would be potentially taking the more violent option.